CSBK TV, home of the Mopar Canadian Superbike Championships for 2012. We're broadcasting at the second round of our race series for this year, and we're broadcasting from St. Eustache, Quebec. You know, many of the fans come here to watch the boys racing, watch the guys mix it up on the racetrack, but what a lot of fans forget, of course, is that we do have competitors from the gentler gender. And perhaps the most best example of that would be our friend from Quebec now, Marie-Josee Boucher. Marie, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us.
My pleasure, always fun.
I hesitated there because I was so used to saying that you're from Montreal, but you have relocated to Quebec, correct?
Well, no, actually it's the inverse. I'm from Quebec, but I've come down to Montreal for work, so I'm from Montreal. We can say that, that's all. Same place.
Great stuff. You've changed motorcycles this year. You're now on a BMW. Big differences?
Yeah, I have to get used to it because after being 10 years on Hondas, you know, you kind of know how it feels just by hearing it or looking at it. So now I had to kind of put that aside and get used to the Beamer, which is actually, I like it, I like German. Great bike, awesome bike. Yannick, my mechanic from Cheney Performance, is doing an awesome job. We keep improving the bike every weekend. This year, you know, it's going to be a year for learning, trying to get used to the bike. Especially getting to know how the bike works, you know, because Honda always used to going on one side for setups, and then it was getting easier and easier. But this bike, sometimes we go the wrong way, so we're losing time. It's harder to get used to it, but I've got lots of people helping me out. Andrew Nelson, Jordan Zoke, Jordan Cornwell. I've got Yannick. You know, he's really breaking his head out to try to understand and, you know, finding stuff on the internet and learning how it works. So it's a lot of stuff to get in, and I also have to get used to the feeling of the bike on the track.
Of course. Like
coming back and telling him how I feel it, and sometimes I get confused, so I don't know anymore what to tell him, but overall it's a great bike. I love it.
The communication between you and Yannick, as an example, the communication between the rider and the man that's setting up the motorcycle is very important.
I would say it's the most important, because he has to understand what I mean. Sometimes I don't even understand myself, so he needs to be better than me at that. And he also, it's the second year with him, so he's starting to understand how I ride, how I like the bike, like where my clutch lever needs to be and how picky I can be. But I think we are both similar riders. He's a champion in drag racing, so he helps me out a lot in that, and he still has another vision off the track, which sometimes, you know, just kicks in my butt and say, Marie, just stop thinking and ride.
I know what the answer to this question is because I've seen you so often interacting with young ladies in the pit area, but share with us some of the experiences you've had when young ladies come up and realize that, wow, this is not just a man's sport.
Well, this year it's hard because people keep telling me I can't see you on track because everybody's on Beamer, and, you know, I'm like, look at my hair, look at me, I'm smaller on the bike, but, you know, we go so fast by. But I think I still have lots of people coming down to see me, lots of little girls for sure, because they can't think that one day they could do that, or, you know, they're afraid of bikes or whatever. It's always a little brother riding. So I'm trying to, you know, get them, put them on my bike, say it's not that bad, it's not that hard. And, you know, with the CBR 250 still going through, I keep on looking at Stacy Nesbitt, and she's doing awesome. And, you know, unfortunately, she's kind of the only girl other than me being here, and I'm sure she'll stay on the YA longer than I will. But she's doing great, and I hope she can keep on getting the support she needs to go higher up, to come to pro, you know, and maybe do much better than I can do with what we have. But awesome if girls can come back, and, you know, we can do it. I'm sure. I'm there. I don't know. I'm trying my best, but I'm still there, and I'm not too bad. So
it's my wish that you continue on with this sport for many years to come. But when the time comes, Marie, to hang up the leathers and put the helmet on the shelf, do you see yourself still being a part of us, or?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, this is not my job. I can't retire from racing. This is my passion, so you cannot say, ciao, bye, I'll have another passion. I have other passions. I love other stuff. And I've got lots of people that did lots of sacrifices for me in the past 10 years that I need to start giving back. But, you know, with the new bike, with Yannick being there, and my dad still being there, and my whole family supporting me, this year is a special year for me, because I did think that, you know, after having troubles with getting a ride this year, I would just like forget it. I was really tired, very extinguished with like trying to work everything out in my work also. But, you know, I had good help from BMW, Moto International. Yannick was there all the way, and so I said, hey, one more year, we'll try. I have fun with the bike looks good. I mean, if I'm not proud, the bike is great, it looks really nice, the way I like it, and I'm not done yet. You know, I still did pretty good times, so as long as I can get better, improve myself, my times. I know that the guys here with who I raced, we're getting smaller and smaller, but it's always the creme de la creme that stays. So, you know, trying to beat Jordan Zook, Andrew Nelson, Kevin Lacombe, Jody Christie, all these guys, these young people, or you know, lots of experience. I mean, I drop my times all the time, but then when I look at the grid, I'm still 14. But you know, it doesn't matter. Yannick really doesn't care about that. My dad either. We have fun. The bike works great. I get better personally. And as long as we come out and have lots of fun, I have lots of people coming here. This is my kind of home track. My brother, my sister, the little kids, friends. So, you know, that's more racing for me than just being out there on the track. Because anyway, if I don't win, when I come back here, I'm the winner. So that's good for me.
Well said. Thanks so much for taking the time to talk
My
to
pleasure.
us, Marie-Jo. And as always, we wish you come off the racetrack with a big smile on your
Well, I
face.
will for sure. Thank you guys.
Marie-Josee Boucher, she wears the number 83. She's on a BMW S1000RR, and she hails from Quebec City, from Montreal, sorry.